So we need to do it by the eye, but how?
If light equals 1 bright.
Exactly. So now I'm checking if the light is on inside my adder. So after I have this, after I finish the while loop, I'm going to check what's happening with my light. So I'm saying if light is 1, then what do? I break. And this is going to break my second loop, my first one, the big one. Yes? And? Yeah, but how do you know that the 64 is the next one? This is just an example, right?
I know that's definitely a better way to do it, but
yes, but imagine that this wouldn't be, this, you don't know what values you have inside, right? So you don't know that the next one is going to be 64. So that's why, because it would be very easy just to say, okay, but that's line and column. Yes.
Oh, is that behind me or is that me?
Any of you.
So, could you, instead of, would it be quicker to erase the ifs and put inside of the while an and statement and say that, you know, if you want to call the value that is less than or equal to 29 a value, and so you kind of have the if statement within the while. So you say like while the value is less than or equal to 29 and I is less than or equal to the size of the row, and then come down again, same thing,
Yes.
while.
Yeah, that would work as well.
could you put like if, whatever, and then break instead of doing a second if?
Yeah, you might do that as well, yes, because you are going to break both loops.
Can you just replace the light with and whatever value that is and break it into the entire loop?
Wait, say that again.
Can you just replace that light function and with m I j, and it would print whatever value is greater than 29, and then it would break the function, and you wouldn't be able to play on.
Oh, yes.
Which one?
Yeah, the way how I would do it here, I would just put at the end. So, the end, really. Here, I would just put value equals mij, and then row equal I, column equal j, because when we break, it stays at that index. Your I and j stay at that index. They don't go until the end of all the possible situations. Okay, so you can just do it directly here.
You said, you had said in the beginning, like, that if we did use the find function, and that was not what you really wanted, but it was going to be okay.
If you use the find function. Okay, so this was the trick. Oh, actually, yes, there is very interesting solution. So if you use the find function, but with a while loop, and then in that find function you use element of the matrix, then you are good. But if you just use find of m, and then comma value smaller than 25, then that's not good. You should, because so I gave you points for that, because what I asked you, it was to use a for and while loop. For or while loop. So some of you did it like that and you got the points. Okay, now I had a very interesting example here. Someone did something like, and it's correct. I mean, the problem was respected. Did like this. Did line space elements. Then the next thing was comma. Line space of age 16 2 elements, and so on. So basically, broke them 2 by 2, and didn't use this formula. Whoever it is got all points because respected what I asked for. I said use the line space or the semicolon, the column operator. So very nice answer. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, the thing with the find, I think most of you did find correctly. There was someone doing just find in the matrix the element smaller than 29. That was not a correct answer because there was no while or for loop here. Okay, any other questions?
Could you show us how to do the rest of it with the following?
Wait, what?
Like how? Oh wait, did you just put the value?
Yes.
I understand.
You can also just put it directly in there instead of before the break. Okay, any other questions about this light and like this break and how do you break multiple while loops? No? Okay. So there's no submission for today, what we did in class. That's fine. Please, please, please practice. Even if, yes,
When you post like sample problems, are you able to like post the solutions as well? Because no,
no,
why?
because maybe next year I'm going to use those problems in the exam.
Well, don't use this. I don't know how to practice with like the last 4. I didn't know how to do the last 4. And then-
Send me questions, send the TA questions. If you don't know something, if you send me something, I'm going to tell you if it's correct or not. Know this too. Ask questions, ask your TAs, text them. That's why you have teams. Your TAs are in teams. Google them and text them.
And then he like was and then any question, that's my last minute, and then just like supposedly that question, like trying to answer something
It's like another to see the review.
I want to go ask her a question real quick. I got number 2.
I got a massive. I got massive.
You're a disappointment.
Number 3, right?
Yeah.
So then here,
You wrote 1.
Wait, what did you use points for?
here you go from first, because you go over all your elements, right? So
one
This
if I
is
ever
your
sit and
main
look at something super
These are your
specific
problems.
and see
1,
what
2,
they
3,
get.
and here you have 7.
So all he wants in the discussion is to talk about how you found
7, right? So you start at the position 1,
the
and you
temperature
go
range
into
for
position
the,
7.
or the,
Here,
or like all he talked
you
about, all he wanted in the discussion was the vertical transition or whatever.
goes
So
until
like that's all I put was how we discovered it. Like the exact, because we got 11 that we use in transition.
so here.
So I mean that as a
So 1, you have to
Celsius.
go until 7.
And that,
There is no 1.
transition temperature is 11 degrees Celsius. And I did that blah blah blah. So it's like it's literally like 70.
Yeah, no.
And I emailed a screenshot of it asking for help. And he answered, of course.
So if it's smaller, you just continue. You don't do anything. It's okay. It helps.
I don't want to put any more because he'll take close
Yeah,
off.
you can just leave.
Like,
That
I'm not
means
gonna
that I
tell.
won't do
Oh,
anything
okay.
else.
Okay, so the function, so if it's that, it just keeps running, it
Yes.
just runs again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here, after
The
you
transition
do
temperature, you divide it,
you
you
display,
take the
and then you
entire
break
range
it
of
because you
values.
don't want to display the
So
next.
78 plus 100,
Okay,
because it goes from
okay,
negative
so then
78.
that breaks.
So 100 minus negative 78.
So here, after you display n, you
Divide that
also
number by
want to
2.
display the
Add
I
that to
and
78,
j, the
that finds the
column
middle
and
of the graph versus
the
11
line.
Celsius.
Plot and right, because here you are
So then your
displaying
range,
the
you can see
value, but I
by
also
visual
ask,
inspection,
you
which is
have to
bullshit.
display the
is
position where this variable
change
appears.
from the S-shaped
Okay,
portion
so
of the
I
graph
would-
and then
it
go
would
back to
be-
linear.
It would display, would be I,
Yeah, it will just be under it. You should just put this I and this J. No, before, because break just cuts it.
oh, that's fine. So here, and then you do
This,
I,
that's bullshit.
This, yeah, just this
This
I.
is my section right here. Look at that. Look at that beautifulness.
Must be nice to have a group that
Yeah.
No, you can't
actually
do the other one.
contributed and helped.
Just do
Hold on.
How many people in group 5?
four. And then
Yeah, we were a
the
four-man
other
group,
one
we
under
got
it.
voted from
Display
5.
this.
And
Because that's going to go either this position and this position.
okay. And is that the full, is that like the full loop, like
I
the?
don't remember.
And then you will need another break though here. Put 2 breaks because break breaks only one repetitive sequence. And
Okay.
you have 2 repetitive sequences.
So where would else go?
Just
You want to slow it in for?
Just after here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably an indicator.
Thank you.
Imagine,
What results include the final bonus points in the presentation, or we just add multi plus one grades to?
So no, I need to, it's going to be added to the midterm, but once Dr. Nick sends me the attendance, because I don't have access, but he has, so he's going to send it to us.
Okay, so whatever the score says, that's with the 5 bonus points?
No, it's without for the moment, because he
Okay.
hasn't sent me the,
Okay, I just wanted
but
to
it's going to be in the later.
Okay, thank you.
If I tried to run this code, it kept showing one value that's higher than
Yeah, it shows you the first value.
what it's supposed to.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to. The first value larger than 29. The first value was 32. If you run, let's see here, see? There's no 29 inside your matrix. The first value that appears in your matrix and it's larger than 29, it's this 32.
Like it wasn't supposed to show every value?
No, it was supposed to show only the first one.
I'm still trying to figure out what the break functions do.
Just catch it. I have an email for you. I know I owe you that, but I forgot. So this break function just cuts whatever happens here. It says, I'm stopping. I'm not going to look at this anymore. It's not going to continue iterating over it. That's what, it just says, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to continue until the end.
Okay.
And you need 2 because you have 2 while loops. And you need to break each one of them. In the moment that you found the value that you wanted, you want to break this while loop and you want to break the second while loop as well.
Okay.
My question's actually not syndicate related. So when you're doing supplement design, you're telling us how to put the citation for our materials.
Yep.
Seems like this is like the correct format.
Yes, that's the correct format, I would just say, this should be citation 1, citation 2.
Oh, so that's just in the bracket?
Yeah, what means is like when you put them here, depending how do you arrange them. Do you arrange them based on the order they appear, like the citations, or based on the like alphabetical order? So I think you have to read through the, but because here, since like figure 2,
Yeah, so the number in there 3 is like number 3 on like the reference.
yes,
So
but
that's what I put there, but,
go back, you go over your references.
right now.
Yeah, so I would just move this reference as being the second one, so they appear in the order that you want.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, come. Okay, yes, email.